We forgot to start recording. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I wish to welcome you all once again to our fourth day of the training. Like our director, Isaac, has just alluded to, that we are just still scratching on the surface. We're going to go deeper and deeper to the extent whereby the time we'll be completing or graduating from this first set of a course, Counseling and Winning Mindset. I'm telling you, like they say, whether we've got capital in terms of money or we don't have money, but the mindset capital, which changes the world, which moves the world, our lives aren't going to be the same. So it's quite good that you always with us. Please make sure you don't miss any training session where we are blending two continents, Europe through Deutschland or Germany, and Africa through Zambia, being the HQ for African continent. And we are so happy that we are having, as my colleague has said, Zambians based in other countries, Senegal, Mali, I think Egypt is joining as well. We just opened a branch in Egypt, some couple of months as well. We are spreading like that. Why? Because we are carrying something unique, something special, and that something special is carrying the needy at heart, like we learned yesterday and previous days, that many people have got, let me just say, eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mouth to speak. But how do we use the three entities matters the most. Some people, they see the poor, the needy, the vulnerable, and it's normal. And they even say, oh, the poor shall always be there. Let me go on with my life. They hear as well the needy, vulnerable crying, that cry of a child who wasn't eaten, who doesn't even know where the next meal is going to come from. They hear, they just pass through and say, oh, it's part of life. Even what they speak from the third entity, the mouth, you can be shocked. But there are others with three elements, organs, the ears, the eyes, and the mouth piece as well, who would hear the cry of that child, the orphan, the widow, the neglected, and so on and so forth. They will drive back, or they are going to walk back. They will sit around and try to start helping. And this is what God called us for, wherever you are, in Europe, in the US, Americas, and call it, as long as we are on earth, blessed are those that look after the needy and the vulnerable. We read so many chapters yesterday, but why should we pretend that all is good? That's not good. That's why last time I was mentioning on a meeting to say, much as we, as Twikatane, DLI, CHU, we are not a political entity, but in all our constitutions that we have registered in Germany, in Twikatane, in DLI, what are your programs? Okay, other organizations, they just go, okay, we're just going to go helping the people, teaching, and it ends there. But us, there is a part which we call, excuse me, good governance. Good governance, because anything that happens, takes place on this earth, somehow, somewhere, politics are involved. Politics are involved. Yes, we could have multimillionaires, billionaires in a particular country. Then tomorrow you just hear that bread is risen from $1 to $200, for instance. Yes, some will not cry. they've got the money. The very few shall never cry. But the multitudes, the plentiful, the many that create the core of the earth, they shall cry. That's where we even say governments, organizations, we have to talk, we have to make proposals in terms of good governance. Here, our colleagues here, I'm sure Mr. Thomas Schobe, a native German, is here. Mr. Isaac, he would say this one, to say, look, not everyone, I have always said this, yeah, would come to you, coming you, even when you go to office, not everyone is going to smile with you, okay? But whether that person looks at you as a foreigner who holds the offices here in Germany, whether you are a foreigner or a criminal or a bad person, there's one thing that person in the office is going to do. Whether it's an NGO office or a government office, one thing he's going to do to say, even if I hate this person, I have to fulfill my obligation to give him or her food. That person works in the welfare section where they pay the unemployed. There's no way somebody's going to say, no, that one won't. He comes here drunk or he comes here talking too much, he's not going to get the substitutes. It's an obligation. What kind of obligation? Like the founders of this country said that now we have passed through all these problems as Deutschland. First World War, Second World War. If you got on YouTube, this is a nation which passed through stuff which Zambia never passed through. No any other African country has passed through. Reduced to rubble, no buildings, no nothing, desert because of war. But these are the same countries who are coming back to beg for arms. It's painful. We shouldn't say no because we are Africans. No, they are coming from zero, nothingness. Why can't we rise as well as Zambia? It's the mentality. I am going to execute what the fathers said, who said, now we have risen back. We want, even when we are in the graveyard, not to see any person crying of hunger or food. Here, when you see somebody sleeping on the streets in Germany, that person is just doing it for fun. He doesn't want to have a house because whether you've got a job, you don't have a job, you are disabled, you are able, there's always shelter for unemployed. There's always free electricity, free water for unemployed, free transportation, everything they give you. You don't have to look for bus. No. You don't have to look for train money. Full package. Is it just the policies? Yes. But where are the policies coming from? The heart of love. Do unto others what you did love them to do to you. Meaning, do good as you love others to do good. This is where we live it. And some of us, the years that we have been here, we've been contemplating, no, it has to happen as well. Back home and in Africa, it can happen. And that's why we are here. That's why we are working with you. If we were just to make profits, we would have just said, oh, free, there are degree courses here, there are these courses that you pay so much, we start teaching you, we give you certificates, and we say bye-bye. We don't want to do that. We want to build a different person in you. Even when you graduate with us, whichever programs that you're going to be taking, I'm telling you, your life shall be never the same. You'll be a changer of other people, and other people changing other people, multiplicative index. And through that, I'm telling you, poverty shall be wiped away from the surface of Africa and Zambia in this case. That's why we are here to listen to all the cries of different people we are serving, we have come to serve. In case you are joining us here, This is the counseling and winning mindset meant for one, the school leavers who couldn't go to college, university because of lack of school fees. That is history. We have brought for you free bachelor degrees. Two, we have got somebody said we shouldn't call them the Caponians, we should call them Vakemia because those are productive. Yes. Those who are removed from the streets of Zambia in this case, we brought them programs, vocational skills, arts. The widows, the single moms or single mothers, the disabled, the old age. In Zambia, remember when we were growing up, old age was defined as, it was scary to become old. When you become old, oh, that is a witch, or I don't know, a wizard. It's not supposed to be like that. When I came to live in Europe here, first in England, Germany, I said, wow, look at how they respect the old here. Look at how they respect the old. All I knew was the old has to be home, just waiting for that last breath. No, they dress nicely. Buses carrying them, tour buses. What do you want to do? This month, and all old people in Hamburg, all old people in Berlin, all old people in Stuttgart, let's go on sightseeing, museums, this and that. Then they sit down, drinking coffee together, talking, exchanging, but they are old, resourceful. This is where we are going to as well. This is what we have brought back home. If they have done it here, we can do it as well. Yes, it needs money, but money is not everything. Everything starts from the mindset of helping. Money follows from the back. The mindset we've had in Africa is, give us the money first, then we are going to execute, or we are going to start. No, that's a selfish mentality. And that's why you see that most of the NGOs in Africa, they become richer and richer, that is the managers, than even spending a dime on the intended purpose. Still we find street kids, still we find vendors, still we find these problems. But Twikatani has come with a different breath altogether. So, like we said last time, gone are the days now where you used to cry over your shoulder, who is going to take me to school? Oh, look at my uncle, he's got money. Look at my auntie, she's got money. They know that I don't have parents. Okay, they will see one day I'll be somebody and I'll show them. We learned to say, learn to forgive. And when you forgive, the brighter light comes of success. And even people that you are going to be meeting along that small path. You remember we talked about a narrow path and a big path. Narrow path, that's where successful people walk. Even if they don't have money, they have got ideas, they're exchanging. One day, they meet up with people that have got money to fund the projects or to fund your ideas. The bigger road we talked about is that road full of people who say, hey, forget, you can't manage. Ah, that exam, you can't pass. Hey, mathematics, forget. Oh, it's physics, we have been taught. Ah, what are you trying to do? Ah, look at how old you are. At 70, you want to start this program. Leave it for younger ones. That is the bigger road. The road full of people who planned failure. We don't want you to be that. Everybody's going to be productive from now, henceforth. This is Twikatani. It's not just in Africa. In case you are joining us now, we started changing lives of people in Europe, in Germany itself, where some of us were taught, hey, why don't you opt for other countries, the US, Canada, and stuff. Germany, racism. but it is the same country they told us not to come to, which is now changing even their lives and the lives of their siblings or relatives. Why? Because we enjoy it. So even as we give it to you, ladies and gentlemen, also multiply that love, multiply that knowledge to even others. This is very, very, very important. So, and one other thing that I would love to say here is that it's been mainly one-sided, okay, doing too much of coaching from this side. So as we progress, we'll be doing interaction, okay, like from today. We open the microphones, we read a line, and we ask you, what do you think about this? All right? Then you respond.
Hello?
We put ideas together. Okay. Somebody's trying to say something? Director Isaac?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Madam Fatima? There, I don't know.
CIO, what's the problem?
Somebody has got the hand up. Is it time for questions now? Or
No, we reserve questions to the end of the program, please.
don't worry, Madam Fatima, time shall come. Awesome. Don't forget that question, put it on the paper. Wonderful. So I was talking about the bigger road and the smaller road. Go with the smaller road, where you say, no, I'm gonna make it. No, that's a lie. All right? And stuff. So, in case you are joining us now, winning mindset, counseling and winning mindset is running now. Then after counseling and winning mindset, we are going to have on 11th February, inauguration ceremony of our mass education, where we've invited dignitaries from Germany, from Ukraine, Poland, the US, England partners, Zambia, different ministries, the embassies in Zambia, and so on and so forth. So don't miss the inauguration ceremony on 11th. By then, you would have received your admission letters in terms of whatever you want to do with us, okay? Business partners, bachelors, skills, arts, vocational, German language for the teachers and nurses, built for Deutschland. So that's when we're going to have the final inauguration ceremony, and the piece of chalk commencement is going to be on 21st of February. And please take note as well, we are producing an informative video, okay, that has got all explanations about our programs, so that when we push it on the group there, or you visit our website, you are able to listen and to know your direction. If you are a nurse or you are a teacher, there's your component there. Listen what we are doing and what we are planning for you. If you are a school leaver, there's a component. If you are a widow, there's a component. Single mom, there's a component. Okay, street vendors and stuff, there is a component. There is a solution to everything on this earth, as long as the knowledge being brought beforehand is absorbed. That's why we are doing counseling and winning mindset. So now I'm going to share my screen and we get started. Where do I share with my document? Okay, 1 second, please. All right. I think I've got it here. Share now. Screen.
Not yet, not yet. Now it's coming slowly.
Coming slowly.
Yeah. Now we have the pictures, so you just have to get the right training materials.
Is it there, sir?
Yes.
Me?
Yes, it's now there.
Wunderbar. Wunderbar means great.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes. And by the way, when we start the mainstream courses, okay, whatever course you are doing, German language is compulsory for one reason, okay? When you partner in any sector with German organizations, all right, you've got to at least say Guten Morgen, Guten Tag. If you get a Ihnen, oh, I say, and so forth. It's very simple. You're going to learn it, all right? Perfect. And now, this is where we come from. Yesterday, let me check my pencil. Yeah. Okay, it's coming. I'm trying to get my pencil. Yesterday, we ran through 6 mistakes made and corrections. All these points, we all sin and make mistakes. Were you forced into mistakes by situations around? Look back and bury it after learning from it. Preparing today for tomorrow's huge generational success. What is generational success? Examples of personalities, we talked about that. Okay, where we say certain names, when you hear them, even in Zambia, in Mali, and they are just known to say, hey, this name is associated with success. There's something they did, okay, their forefathers did, which keeps building that name. Even somebody who's got no knowledge about business and stuff will be respected because of just that name. This is where we are leading to. Okay, don't just come here to say they're going to sponsor me for my studies, they're going to sponsor my tailoring, they're going to sponsor my mechanics or anything. It ends there. It is not about you. Remember, we are not here on the surface of the earth to live forever. What about that time you are going to be tired? You are 90 years old, 95. You can no longer do your tailoring. You can do your job, your business. Are you announcing to say, I'm 95, 99 years old now, soon, my children and grandchildren, you're going to be poor? When I die, I go with it? No, we're talking about generational success. Okay. And what is generational success? Examples of, yes, we talked about that. Apology. Apologize and clean up your pathway to succeed. We discussed this nicely. Then we came to number 7. Came to number 7. The power of forgiveness. Forgive yourself first and then turn to others. This kickstarts your success road. When you forgive, you become lighter and free for success. When you forgive, you help that person or persons. 2, you open a great spiritual light in you for more blessings. You attract positive energy from outside. Very important. Regardless of your location. Some of you already know it. You already know it. Even if you don't want to go to your club, women's club, men's club, or anywhere, even at work, when you are missing, people are missing you. They are calling you. Where you come, we just want to say hi to you. Okay? That is what we call attracting positive energy. Why? Because you have planted something in your heart. And when you attract positive energy, you attract wealth. You attract success. That's the meaning. That's the implication. I want to give you an example. I didn't realize when I was growing up, from primary school, I was Chimwemwe Primary School. Those who come from Kitwe. Pakamunga, you go down there. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, we started, I think from grade 4, we started taking part in, what was it called? Having, gardens. Chiramuntu no luputa, a bed, yeah? I've forgotten in English, luputa, all right? For tomato and stuff. So, you can imagine, we used to be in class like 50 pupils. Then on Friday, our teacher would always say, hey, Evans Lukomona and the other friend, Gift, please, I want you to join me over the weekend. never teachable. That time, those who can remember in Zambia, just to greet the teacher was like a god. You have to go distance. Then you say, how are you, sir? You are kneeling down. Now a teacher calls you, come with me home. We are seated outside, he's giving us knowledge. Why? Because of the power of a light heart and to be approachable. Say, these young boys, we were too. When I tell them bring chalk, they quickly go. When I send them this, go and buy milk for me over lunch. This is the way life is. It's not just because I was a child, but because of what was planted in me that time by my parents. And I grew up with it and still carrying it till today, changing lives through other nations. So attraction, the power of attraction, regardless of your location. This is the piece that I love. Oh, I'm attractive in Zambia, in Kenya, in Mali only. When you go to another country, they start searching about you. They want to know you. To get closer to you, they are taking 1 week, 2 weeks, then there's something wrong. When you are lighter in the heart, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be dropped in Mexico. The Mexicana, they don't speak your language, English or Bemba or Nyanja or Kiswahili. They will start saying, we just want to be closer to you. What's the secret? The secret is your heart. Yesterday I said, what we put in our hearts reflects on the face directly. Illumination. Remember what the book says, the Bible says, how can you light a candle light, isn't it? Candlelight. Then mwabika misamba ya table. Mushinga ndakuti ya vuta shine. No. How can you light a candle? Then you put it under the table. It's the same. What does it mean? It means when you clear your heart, the illumination shows on the face. The way you talk, the way you look at people, the way you perceive things. That's the meaning. And that illumination on the face, ladies and gentlemen, it shall follow you. Even if you're not talking to people, they just look at you. They'll just start smiling themselves. Things have happened to some of us. You are somewhere, you've gone to a conference somewhere, maybe you're in Spain. You are in a restaurant seated, people just looking at you, they're smiling until Chave Katawaisa. You look like you are alone. Can we sit around? Oh yeah, please, you can sit. I'm alone. I'm a visitor here. Why? They have never known you. They have never seen you before. The power of what you plant inside illuminates. So let's go that way. The next point attracts. That is the power of forgiveness. Attracts new success ideas. We discussed this. Builds strong family, friends, relatives, and other ties. Stronger ties. There are certain people here from Africa. I can't even, I call them my mbuyas. Okay. Even here, I tell them the same thing. Okay. From Ghana. A brother would come to Germany. Mr. Isaac knows what I'm talking about. A brother would come to Germany nicely, or a sister. Then he will settle here. Everything works. Then he starts inviting cousins or other brothers or sisters. And guess what? Giving them conditions. I'm the one I spent money to come to Germany or to America, everywhere. So since you are my young sister or you are my young brother who brought you here, you'll be paying me per month for the next 5 years. Look at that. But that money shall never take them nowhere. You look at them and say, but these guys, they have been here too long. What they are doing, that's Monica. You get a point. Despite they have been here 30 years, 40 years, you don't see their progress. Why? What you plant in your heart, you have brought your your brother, your sister. You want him or her to be paying you. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Success shall never be seen like that. So building strong ties is very important. Very, very, very important. Very, very important. Now, then the last was attracts good and positive references to your outside world. I said this is powerful. The last one attracts good and positive references to your outside world. Last time I even gave an example to say, there's one part which is scary, and when you are applying for a job, or, oh my goodness, sorry, Mkwai. This is our colleague, Mr. Thomas. He's trying to call on Facebook. Just 1 second, please. Quiet. 1 second. Oh my goodness. 1 second, please. One second. Comment. I'm coming. Sorry.
No problem, no problem. I think the students, they are patiently waiting for you.
And
That's not an issue. I hope you are writing these things. In German, we have an adage called "Wer schreibt, bleibt." It's as simple as if you write something, you will not forget it. Even when you forget it, you are going to have a reference point.
Guck mal, ich habe Unterricht, du weißt.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I was just saying that if you write things, please don't just come here and listen. Because if you just listen, these things, they'll go away immediately you leave here. Take a paper and a pen, start writing these things. Okay? Write them so that tomorrow you can revise. Some of these things, they might end up being questions that you are going to be asked for your exams. How are you going to remember? That's very, very important. You can unmute, sir. I just made sure that the call is not coming to the audience.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that piece of advice. Yes, really important, because what we are doing now, we shall never go back through again. We will never repeat this. And it's time you picked it. So I was talking about, there's one time, I'm looking at the last point here, that the power of forgiveness attracts good and positive references to your outside world. I was saying there's one part, whether we are planning to do business, or whether we are planning to go out of the country, or whether we are planning to get a new job, there's what is called writing a CV. Therefore, we all know it, curricula vitae. At the bottom, yesterday I said there's a point. Give us your references. People, not who are your relatives, but from the outside world of your home, whom we can call to ask about you. This is why most of the people freeze, because they have created so many enemies. They have been so unfriendly, even at places of jobs where they were working, they were not friendly. Now, how are you going to add your former boss to be a reference? Is going to answer negatively. That's why we say, build a good character. When you forgive and you clear your heart, I'm telling you, you are going to be attractive. Yesterday, I even joked. I said that some of us, when we are putting references, instead of putting 3, we put 6, we put more. Because everywhere we have passed through, at least there's been a good word. So let it be that way. Now, then we came to I'm trying to move here. We came to number 8. Pride and humility versus success. Pride attracts bad words and curses. Pride leads to failure and poverty. Pride distances people away from you. Pride scares people away from you. Pride is the foundation of blocking your generations after you. Very important. Remember, I mentioned here, a good name is better than what? Riches. A good name is better than riches. Why? Some people misinterpret that way. Why to Kenya church? They have said, don't have riches. They will lead you to evil. No, it's simply saying, don't put money first in front of you. It's going to be leading you. If you're not stronger, it's going to lead you astray. So create a good name. When you create a good name, those who are coming after you, like I mentioned, they'll just be walking there without no problems. I'm not boasting. Anywhere I've gone, anywhere I have gone, when they hear Lukomona, those days we used to be friends to my dad, they just hear Lukomona, oh, you see the hugging. I feel like it's my father who is hugging me. When we came to Zambia in 2019, we stopped somewhere. I think it was Cairo Road. Standard Chartered Bankiers trying to get money from the machine, ATM machine. So there was a long queue. Okay, and we were panicking. We were going to conference. I think we were going to Muchinga or something. So I started panicking. Can we ask somebody, like, can I come in front? Because Kuria conference is waiting. Guess what happens? There was an elegant man, Kuntanj, in front. I just said, Lukomona. I said, wow, I haven't been to Zambia for quite a long time. This man was looking at me, smiling. I'm approaching him. Then he says, is your father John Lukomona? I said, yeah, that was my father, but he's gone. First he started crying. He didn't know. Okay. Then he hugged me. He said, what are you doing here? Yeah, we are going to Muchinga for a conference. So we are no, Sunny, I got the money. He got the money. He says, let's go. So we were who's there. We are talking. What am I talking about? The name left by my big man. The name left by my big man. This is how we're supposed to live in life. Okay? A good name is better than riches. Then here we talked about pride leads to failure and poverty. Pride distances people away from you. Yes, they run away from you. Pride scares people away from you. Yes. Pride is the foundation of blocking your generations after you. Yes. Humility is the opposite of the above. So the above is opposite now when you are humble. Okay. Following the humility pathway of life breeds, not breeds, breeds, produces success. And we had nice biblical quotations yesterday. I am not going to go there. Now, we are going to do something before we invite our own director, Isaac. Part 3, counseling. Still, we are on the, remember, we have got phases here. Counseling and winning mindset and entrepreneurship. So we are still on the first counseling phase. Number 9, the new mindset. This is going to be interactive, ladies and gentlemen. The new mindset. You are a newly born baby that knows no negativity. Number 2, start living now after your long journey of waiting for this moment. Which moment? This moment you are with Trikatane and CDT group. You were hopeless. You didn't know it. I received some WhatsApp. Was it yesterday or today? I think it was last night. I'm so late. I almost got, angry. Just unknown. I could see this is from Zambia. They called me. It was like, yeah, like 23 hours. Called. I cut. I think I was on a meeting. Then, midnight also, I said, let me check. This is a family, okay? Vulnerable family. Then he says, Mr. My son is attending such a program. Please, if this program can salvage, just like that, in text, okay, wrote in November, if this program can salvage my son, I don't know how to thank you. So I commented, I said, sorry, we don't communicate in the night, but because of your uplifting message, I'm going to respond to you. I said, sir, count it in November, as a blessing. Your son's life shall never be the same. No fear. We are there for your child. Just release your child in our hands. It's going to be Leonard. And he was there thanking. This is what it is. Why? Because a lot of people, where you are coming from, you have been deserted. You didn't have nowhere to look up to. but we are here, embrace it, and we shall lead your pathway. Start living now after your long journey of waiting for this moment. Clean up your old self to a new person. Clean up your old self to a new person. There's a saying that if you want to continue getting what you're getting now, continue doing what you are doing. If you want to continue getting what you are getting now, continue doing what you are doing. Meaning, if you are getting negative feedback every time, there's something that is happening in your life. Now that we have come in, we are giving you a new pathway. So change to our new pathway, and what you are getting, negativity, shall be turned into positivity. So change the pattern. This is what we call the power of change. When you change, everything in you is going to change. But if you keep telling your friends, I'm on this program with DLI, Twikatane, things are going to be well, then you keep drinking heavily every day, ladies and gentlemen, your friends will be succeeding. You are going to be going backwards. So clean up your old self to a new person. This is very important. Washibantu, from work or from your business, if every day, I know the Zambian system, from work straight to club, mwana where is Washimwana chao naba club tabala mwalishi wafika bichira bushiko, from work he has to go club, then he comes valia batamba TV valala. That life is past. If you want to succeed, if you used to go club, bar, beer hall, Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, Monday to Sunday, cut some days, you won't die. That's what I mean. If you continue getting what you are getting, continue doing what you are doing. But if you tell your friends, and it's hard, change is hard. If you tell your friends, hey guys, no, I'll just be coming to the club on Saturday. Hey, what's happening? And this is the question, not the question. This is the tongue of a Zambian fellow man. Hey, Bamboku control, are you now under Pitchcourt government? Isn't it, ladies? This is what happens. This is what happens. Are you now under Pitchcourt government? No, because my life has changed. I am working on this project together with Tigatane and TLI. And I've got assignments. I have to do write-ups. Tomorrow, you'll be giving them jobs when they see you succeed. So that's the power of change. Cleaning up yourself. Clean up yourself. Not everything that glitters is gold. Oh, every club paka tungu. Every pulama painti. When that one comes, yes, park the car. Mukawa, you remain alone. Change your mind. Disappear from such kind of characters and inculcate on the success road. Start attracting positive stuff in your mind. That's it. You have cleaned up your mind. Start attracting positive stuff in your mind. This is very important. You know, there's one thing I came to realize as a teacher in Zambia. I saw it in England as well when I visited there sometime. I saw it in Germany. I saw it in, where is this? In Ukraine, Russia, Poland. I said, when I enter in front of students, how guys, what kind of combination do you have? Everybody cries about mathematics. But there's a formula which my teacher at Mindoro Secondary School told us, Mr. Mwape, wherever he is, I'm sure he's still living, that man gave the, caused us to become gurus of mathematics. In class 8 comes Mr. Mwape from college. We said, just straight from college, my goodness. He gave us one formula to us. Boys and girls, let me tell you one thing. The easiest subject on earth is mathematics. Wait, I'm coming. He started pointing fingers. When do you study geography? Oh, on Monday. When do you study history? On Tuesday. And mathematics, maybe on Sunday. He says, no, mathematics, you have to do it every day. No, every day. If you have got geography on Monday, put some mathematics, just 3 problems. If you have got on Tuesday, history, put mathematics, 3 problems until Sunday. Meaning, if you've got 3 problems of mathematics in 7 days, 7 times 3, that is 21 problems you have solved. 21 times 4, that is so much. Times 1 year, you are becoming masters, and you become masters. That's the formula which I used to pass mathematics like nobody's business. At grade 9 Mindoro Secondary School, our intake brought respect in Zambia at Mindoro Secondary School. It never used to be a very good school, but our intake. Grade 8, even Form 5s started fearing us. There are gurus that are coming at our back. 9, examination, we were getting 100% Examination Council Zambia, 100% mathematics. Unbelievable. Was it leakage? No, because of the formula. What am I talking about here? The power of change. You clean up the old thought of mathematics is hard. It became a cup of tea. Until today, I came to Germany, same thing. Where do you come from? I come from Italy. Where do you come from? I come from Turkey. And you, oh yeah, I'm German. Everybody, Mathe ist schwer. Ich kann nicht. Nein, ich mag Mathe nicht. Ich mag Mathe nicht. No, come on, guys. Mathe is nicht schwer. Das ist einfach. Mathematics is difficult. I can do mathematics. No, sir. The moment I push this formula, the power of change. In any aspect of life, not only university and stuff, in business as well. Start attracting positive stuff in your mind. Yes, because mathematics is easy. Statistics, I'm gonna do it. You wanna do it. And especially you young boys and girls, those who are coming in bachelor stuff. Oh, what have you chosen? Oh my goodness. Hey, you know statistics? Forget. The person who's telling you is the one who failed. It's not you. The person who failed is the one who failed. It's not you. Take your course. Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Counsel or get away from bad relationships. What do we mean? Counsel or get away from bad relationships. This is what you do. And this is what God called us for. When you read the earliest, the first terrorist, I call him, yeah? Not Bin Laden, no. The person who became Paul, who became the writer of the best books and the most books in New Testament. That was, isn't it? You remember how he changed? Christians along the way going to Damascus, Apona. This is how God works. Okay? When God opens your eyes, please, like Panomoni, where you are now, don't keep it to yourself. Like I said yesterday, no, I'm going to surprise them when I succeed. No. Go back to your friends. Okay? Guys, this is what I've come across. I've come to counsel you. Let us change the drinking habits. If you are girls going on the streets and stuff, go back to them. It's hard. Change is hard, but you've got to do it for yourself and success. Counsel them or get away from bad relationships. That's what you do with your friends. Counsel them to change, to follow good steps. If they can't, walk away. You know one thing I tell people to say, in class, that one school grade 1 up to university, or utubungwe, isn't it? Like we are going to have women's club and stuff connecting you. Though you are mutubungwe, you rest your head on your own bed. So when failure comes, the failure is going to be only on you. Therefore, mob psychology, especially young boys and girls, don't follow it. Hey, you know, chill out. Oh, it's weekend. You know, some of you, isn't it? Especially you know, those who used to be champions in class, are the ones who are troubling you all the time, asking for money from you because you were concentrating. Or some of you, it's not just about school, even in business. Hey, Vakashana, Vanamayo, I'm going to Soweto, I've started something. Are you not married? What about your husband? These are the things that are said. Your friend is going early in the morning. Now she's a businesswoman, powerful. Tomorrow, Moyakwatishani in Congole. This is how life is. Counsel or get away from bad relationships. Very important. When you realize to say life is about myself and my generations to come, I'm telling you, it becomes sweeter. It becomes sweeter. Even when the others are seeing what you can, things are nice, natural, things are gloomy, your eyes will see something else. Will see something else. Hey, come on. That's when disco is at the peak. Come on, this is midnight. This is when DJ is coming. You will be walking out at 17 hours, at 18 hours, because you have got a plan to succeed. If I go midnight, DJ comes at midnight, I go home 06, 05, I'm going to be having headaches, hangover, I'm going to miss out. Change is hard, but you've got to change it hard as well. You've got to be hard, you've got to be strong. You're going to lose friends, yes. Those are that's why they are called friends. They'll never be there. They will never be there. Some of us, we went through such kind of life, though we were good people, we had too much money, too much friends, cars parking, just coming. When we lost everything, we saw red. We saw red. Even your friend, who are some kulia panganda, wamona motoka ilepitero aimini night, we motoka shikwete petro. But motoka ilenda ta kwete petro. You know what I'm talking? It's hard. Then wambo kunyanta po uleya. You know what I'm talking about? It's hard life. So prepare yourself. Generational. The next future success is determined by what you do today. We spoke about this. Future success depends on what you do today. It's not the capital of cash, money. No, it's the capital of the mindset, the brain. What have you fed your brain? Are you going to put something on paper where somebody's going to say, yes, let's do it? Or are you going to say, no, first give me a chance, I think about it, then I come back? They will have no time for you. Yesterday I said, if you come to us, we say, oh, Trikatane, DLI, CHU, I'm looking for capital. We only ask you 3 questions. Yatatoshe twice, but sorry, we're getting first. You need to because we have gone through such kind of life. Just give that person capital today. Somebody says you'd see like like you have, if you don't understand them, like you have loosened a dog from a chain, the cash is in the pocket, it'll be everywhere now, buying beer for everybody, doing this, shining out. That's what we don't want you to be, like a dog released from a chain. We want, even when you are empowered, now they don't know that you have been empowered. They just see how things are changing in your life. Very important. Very important. That's why today, what you put at your back today of the mind determines your tomorrow, and tomorrow's tomorrow, generational to come. Hence, you are a success bank. Hey, this is too big. Not Bank of Zambia, not Zanaco, not Indo Bank, not Standard Bank, Barclays, which I've read maybe it's moved from Zambia. You are a success bank. Moving, being ridiculed, being pointed fingers at, oh, there's a funeral there. You are arriving, yeah, we want to give a we want to give it. It happens. I've seen such kind of a life. People from the funeral are jumping on the cars. Vakusha. You get a point. But if your bank, which is the brain, if your bank here, Scopo, you have fed it, hey, come on, you'll just be laughing to say, okay, that's it. But if you neglect your success bank, which is the brain, I'm telling you, you'll be tossed left, right, left, right. So English any banki ya wongo wongo. Put programs here, everything. Government pay the paper. Can you write a project proposal? Oh, bring it after 1 month. No. I can bring it tomorrow. That's the way life is supposed to be. Because that 1 month, there are other people. About to propose. After 1 month, sorry, we gave it to other people. This is what I tell people here. The life we have lived in Germany. Everywhere. When they call us, oh, we got your email. Can we give you an appointment for, let's take the calendar. Can you come? Because Germans are very polite, I tell you. They want to give you time to prepare yourself and stuff. Can you come after 2 weeks? Then I know. We also ask a polite, oh, 2 weeks. Okay, so there's no near day, something like that. Friday. Okay, which near day? Then I say, what about a Monday? Baba shocked. They become shocked. Monday, oh, if I not we've got Monday, too much space, because they thought you want to start going back to your office, you start preparing. The same Monday, you are arriving. Sometimes even there, you say, I can send you documents over email, then I come and make presentations. You are presenting on a Monday, you are supersonic. They are shocked. That's why last time I was telling you to say, to receive a makalataya, Office of the President of Germany, the Parliament of Germany, the strongest parliament in Europe. I mean, those are not like us at your company. No, they have seen substance. They have seen how prepared you are. And all that comes from the success bank, your scope. Very, very important to be ready. I repeat, be ready before the opportunity comes than to start being ready when the opportunity comes. Write that one. Be ready before the opportunity comes than to start being ready when the opportunity comes. There's before and when. So what it means is, here comes the opportunity today. Secular capital, isn't it? I see a lot of things in Zambia. Oh, funding for women, 20,000 kwacha for women, 200,000 kwacha for women. Submit deadline is here. Maybe you saw it 5 days before deadline. You start panicking. You are not ready. All you said was something on your mouth lips to say, I want to build a big company of tailoring. I want to build a company of mechanics. But you never took action to become a big company of tailoring. What do I need? What's the cost of one machine? What's the cost of install? What's the cost of these tables and stuff? What about manpower, workers, salaries? When you put that on paper in any business, the term when the opportunity comes, now that's what we say. Be ready before opportunity comes. As I'm talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, because of this project, we are receiving calls from different government offices, Zambian side, German side as well. There is no way you can ask about Isaac here. We have said, please, can you give us some time? Somebody's not around who is in charge. We speak the same language. If they say now it's going. If they say now it's going. Just before starting this one, Isaac mentioned, oh, Mr. Komuna is responding to some important message from some office, top office somewhere, just now, before this. And I simply said, do you need this information now? I didn't say, please, I'm on a meeting. I need to search for it, to write. Then I said, I just asked on WhatsApp, can I send it now? Yes, it was gone within seconds. That's what we call be ready before the opportunity comes than to be ready when the opportunity comes. Hence, you've got to be a success bank. Fill up your mind. Remember what we said last time, success begins today, not tomorrow when you have capital. No, plan your success. Under Agatori, under candlelight, take Kwatamalite. No. Plan today for tomorrow. Redefine your daily actions and occupation for great success. Yes, redefine your daily actions and occupation for great success. There's somebody who says, look, that was Muma. Oh, you know Muhammad Ali, our greatest boxer. The whole lot. They say in the history of boxing, not just because he was a great boxer. No, he never went to school. But even his lawyers, his business consultants, they were saying this guy was more or less like a professor, the way he was thinking. Muhammad Ali would tell you, can you build houses for me? You bring him up clients and everything. He would simply say, no, it's supposed to be that way. But he never went to school for that. Why? That guy had redefined his life. He says, when I knew I hadn't gone to school, all I had was my fists. Therefore, I started researching by the side, despite having not gone to school. My daily actions changed from the gym to being with family to researching. I spent less time chilling out, but he was a multimillionaire. I spent less time chilling out. So when a businessman came with a proposal, I was like a consultant, and he says, look, this is what most of renowned sports personnel do. When they hammer today $100 million, first thing, they want to go to Dubai, they want to chill out, they want to hire Rihanna to sing for them and stuff. As an example, Muhammad Ali was not like that. He counted his daily actions, ticking, have I done that? Have I invested in my children? Have I invested in that? Oh, how much? Today, Muhammad Ali's children are eating from his wealth in his deathbed. In his grave. Mike Tyson, who came and made the most money of all boxers on earth. In the later years, Mike Tyson, you all know him. He lost everything and he started kushia inkunda, pigeons, kushia inkunda. Na mwewa lishia kwenko kumabako supermarket. From a multi-millionaire to selling pigeons inkunda. Yes, what happened? Daily actions count. Some of you are doing business, your friend rings you. Yes, also we went through certain such things. Hi, my friend, things are not okay. Now, Katako 500,000 that time. Another one comes, the office is full. You're just dishing, counting daily actions. Tomorrow, you regret. Better empower the people, help them once with cash, twice, 3 times, 4th. What do you want to do? I'm going to give you capital. So redefine your daily actions and occupation for great success. That's it. It's all about you. I repeat. Couples, there are couples here, people that are married. There is what is called doing it together. Yeah, very important. What a man, last time we said, what a man is doing, let your wife know. What a wife is doing, let your man do as well. Amano Mambulwa would come from the wife to the table of business, from the husband to the table of business. Very important. And you redefine the actions. You plan together. Makula tola kushinda, kuku tamana lekta, nishinga makula sindapo and stuff. Redefine your daily actions for great success. Hence, the names I talked about. You hear this name. The Kawandamis, they're advanced. The Chisangas, they're advanced. They're advanced. We have to add towards that. Now, what we are going to do is, what I'm going to do is, once again, I don't know how to move this. Yes. In fact, here I missed something. Future success depends on what you do today. Yes, hence you are a success bank. Then trustworthiness and obedience. I went to the last one. Trustworthiness and obedience. That's it. trustworthiness, and obedience. That person who is trusted on little things, isn't it? Even on bigger things, he or she's going to be trusted. Hey, why are we discussing this? Me, I want to study medicine. I'm here to do German language for Deutschland. I am here to do my NGO, women's club and stuff. The principles are the same. The success principles are the same. The same women's club. The same women's club. You are going to reach a point whereby a funder is going to come to your group, a group of women in Germany to partner with women in your region. Then they say, wow, we're going to help you. Bamipela 10,000 pounds to test you, euros to test you. Then mwabakwati, niwala bakakula. Okay? Malayo na wila. You are going to spoil it out. Let them trust you on 10,000. Wow, 50,000. Before you realize, millions are coming and you stop counting how much you have. Trustworthiness and obedience. Very, very important. We are going to teach you how to relate with the Germans. Okay? Our colleague is going to come, a German lady, Mamatka Monica knows her. Nico is coming to teach you about how to relate with the Germans. What you feel is a simple thing in Zambia or somewhere in Africa, in Germany can be a serious thing. Cultural interaction, cultural exchange is coming. So trustworthiness and obedience, even at your level now, as the carriers, some of you are managers and directors of Trikatane. Wami Tumina, Wami Terava director, can you go and buy talk time for 100 kwacha, 150 kwacha? That's where it starts from. You buy talk time, 50 kwacha or 60 kwacha, yeah, shalamano fanda, at your natural without getting permission. That's how it starts. It shall never happen in Germany here. Okay, that's where it starts. Oh, tabachinka lipira. Baka mpera 2,000, mukaya 1,000, 1,000 mukashona. That's how character starts. That's why in Germany, ukutola €1, it will take you maybe 5 years because they know counting money starts from the coin, the least coin, like one on way. So trustworthiness and obedience clears the pathway to success through a new mindset. Now, this one here is going to be interactive. Before we bring in our own Director Isaac, stop being sorry for yourself. So let me do this. Okay. We are going to discuss number 10. Stop being sorry for yourself. You are defined by what you believe in. You are defined by what you believe in. You are defined. What is definition? People talk about you regarding what you believe in and what you do, isn't it? Who can expand on this one? Can somebody help us? You are defined by what you believe in. People treat you by what you believe in. Who can expand? Who can give us an example? Quickly, please. You are defined by what you believe in. Director Isaac, are you able to see some hands?
No hands yet. People, you can raise your hands and yeah, okay. But Sylvester, I see you have raised your hand. Please unmute yourself. Just unmute yourself, sir. Wonderful.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving this great privilege to talk about this. Okay, it is saying that people define.
Can you speak louder? Can you speak louder, Mr. Sylvester?
I will cite an example of, let's assume that I as myself.
Have we lost him?
I'll cite an example in order to explain this. Let's give an example. I define myself as being a lazy person. I don't want to do anything.
Oh, we are finding difficulties.
Okay, hello? Are you able to hear me?
Now you are there.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, sorry.
So looks like we have lost him.
You
Let's
can
go
pick
on.
other stuff?
Yes, we have a number of hands now. Let's see, Galaxy A10, please, if you can unmute yourself. Galaxy. Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Your name, sir?
George Kapia calling from Kitwe.
Go ahead, sir, with your question or your contribution.
I want to contribute on question 10. Stop being sold for yourself. And then the question was, you are defined by what you believe. Most of the times, I'll give an example. If ngatwa wafati bami like bakuposha uruchero mwashi shukuru bwacha mwashuka cyane shukuru bwacha, and then people they will take it bara kumwana fati abandi ba, it's like ngabwacha fe ni shinifo fine, there is nothing else you can do. So effort to imona for evene is what you determine. Because kula wafati, I remember one time people were saying, tapade for today one. If you can't see yourself, okay there, no one will help you to see where you are going. So chikankala sana at start with me. Now mwana, if you have failed somewhere, I have to stand. I accept the situation. Okay, na and then I work on that. And then na bantu abale mwana, like what you have taught us, that our mind should be focused on the positive thing. The moment I begin to see that, then I begin to live my life. So chikankala sana. Ichakobati, then I have to accept the situation at Nariruba. But I'm not going to stay up. I have to move forward. Naming. And I start encouraged, I begin to see where I want to be tomorrow. It doesn't matter what they will say, but I have to see where I'm going.
Awesome. Excellent, excellent, sir. Mr. George, excellent. And I like that one. It's a common thing. Those who don't understand English, remember me, how do I translate it by Isaac? As long as I've seen the light, isn't it?
So long as yeah, it's morning.
No, that's not right. Excellent, but George. I'm not seeing anything. This is the language. No, not at all. Wonderful. That's how you define yourself. And you know what happens? Your neighbors will ask you, your friends, even at place of work, you're responding like that. Us is just like this. They will treat you the way you treat yourself. That's it. That's why it says, first love yourself before you love others. Meaning, respect yourself, implant something before you transfer it. There is no way Mr. Isaac is going to be sharing with you what he doesn't believe in. He loved himself and he believed in that. Mr. Gomara, what he's sharing, he loved it and he believed in it and he acted like that. You get the point? Very, very, very important. Mukasanga tomorrow to my say invite kuli seminar conference. One for it's about this. I never heard about it. How much is it? Oh no, sorry, you can't go there. It is 5,000 kwacha on the door. Walk there, go there. This is how you take chances in success life because you have defined yourself. Please, I don't have money. I lost my job. Can I just be even at the last there row just to listen? While at the it has never happened. England, your life will change. Very good. Very, very good. Wonderful. Well, Isaac, anything to add on that one? The first point, Yaba George?
No, actually, that is he is on the point. Let me not dilute anything.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's leave it like that. And I mean, it's good that the students themselves, some they know already what they are supposed to do. That is how you build up. That's how you build up yourself. You must have a vision. If you remember Dr. Komona Senior when he was here, he quoted Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, where he said that you write down the vision, and those who see it, they will run with it. So you can imagine you have an idea, God has blessed you with something, but you put it under the pillow. Nobody will know it. Many people are millionaires, but because they don't come out, business, success, all these things we are talking about, is all about interaction.
Perfect.
Interaction with people.
Yes.
I used also to think that my mother is the best cook. before until I stepped out of my mother's house, that there are some other people who can cook. One of them is my own wife. I enjoy the food. So please make sure that if God has put something into you, don't hide it. Come out, but please connect with the right people. Thank you. Let me just
Thank you. Just to add what Isaac he has said, all of you, you should know Miles Monroe, the late preacher. He said something which I carry up to this time. He said it long time. He says, when you ask people which is the richest country on earth, they'll start talking about the country that has got the most diamonds and gold, like Botswana, like South Africa, and so on. He says, no. The richest surface of the earth is the graveyard.
The graveyard, yeah.
The graveyard. When you exhume people who died with ideas, people who died with knowledge, which they didn't put on paper, they died with it. So he says, go back to the graveyard empty. By the time you are empty, very good, George. Number two, being sorry for yourself does not put bread and butter on your table. Who can explain this one quickly? Being sorry for yourself does not put bread and butter on your table. Who can go with that, please? There are 3 hands raised. Director Isaac.
We have Mr. Gifty Himonde. You can unmute yourself, sir. You can go ahead, sir. We are not getting you, sir. It looks like you are still muted.
No, he's talking, but the line is not good, sir. Maybe you can pick another one.
All right. So let's go to Kuliba Pamusole. Pamusole, you can unmute yourself. Yulita Musole. If you can unmute yourself, sir, or madam. Okay. How about Mainza?
I'm here.
Okay. Go ahead, madam.
Okay, so on the statement where you said feeling pity for yourself cannot put bread and butter on your table, I believe there are some people who feel that when they are low or when they're not able to achieve something, and they use that to gain sympathy from people so that work can be done for them. And that is a terrible mindset, because it just reinforces the fact that you have failed and that you can't do well by yourself and you need other people to help you. So definitely, I believe one has to remove that mindset and tell themselves, even though I have failed, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to fight and I'm going to do this, because you realize that without your self-effort, without you doing it yourself, no one else is going to do it for you. Therefore, it is true. When you put yourself in that mindset, you cannot achieve anything. It won't put bread and butter on your table. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you for that. Let's see if I can get if I can get who else? Well, Gift, maybe now your phone is well. Please, you can try to unmute yourself. So say something, sir. If we can just hear some noise, but we don't hear you speaking. You have your challenges. I don't know how you have connected. Maybe you have iPhone, or you may need to log out and come in again, please, because we are not getting anything from you. Sure. All right. Okay. So I can see another hand. Who is this one here? Stumbeko, you can unmute yourself. Stumbeko.
Yes, Pumulo. My name is
Yes.
Pumulo.
Go ahead, madam.
Yes. So what was the question again? Sorry.
We are talking about pitying yourself.
Okay, pitying yourself. So
Yeah.
thank you for the opportunity. Myself, I'm a mother and a grandmother and a political activist. I'm also a human rights activist working with youth in Zambia. And I just want to encourage all the youths in Zambia, especially we have a lot of orphans. I'm specifically speaking to the orphans who pity themselves that they have no parents, you know. What I can just say to orphans is like, you have to thank God for your life, and you are alive because of a reason, even though your parents gave you life, but they are not here anymore. You know, there are people who are parents, but they don't do anything with their life. Like our president was saying, you know, develop yourself. You know, this is a great opportunity from Twikatane. I'm very impressed. I watched yesterday and today I'm here. So it's a very, very good opportunity for you to change your mindset. And this is the foundation to stop the information that is being shared here is empowering youths to stop feeling sorry for themselves, but get up and do something. You know, all these people who you see that are successful, some of them, because they were not feeling sorry for themselves, they decided to take action to say, I am going to change my life. So all of you youth listening, even if you are a mother like myself, a grandmother, if you're a married woman, do something. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Wake up. Me, I sold everything. From ice blocker to Salaula, anything I could do. I was a teacher. I still had my pay because I didn't want to feel sorry for myself to say, yeah, so I had money coming in from all over. So I just want to encourage all of us, whatever situation that you are in, you are actually in a great place because we are with the great people here sharing information how we can all become better as Zambians, you know? So thank you so much. And I look forward to working with the Trikatane, and I'm already on the ground in Zambia working with the youths so we can partner and reach out to more youths and help change our mindset and bring Zambia out of poverty. Thank you.
My goodness. Wow, awesome. Awesome. That's great. You want to comment, Mr. President?
What can I say? She has said everything. She has said everything. And one thing I want to thank you so much, Madam Pumi Situmbeko. One thing she mentioned, the humility part of her. She was a teacher, but still she sold stuff here and there. What I've seen, especially in Zambia, especially our youths, and I saw it when it was 2019. Ifirumba, Ifipale, and Sadi, Aina Matoshi, Isakoka, Shivapalira Munchi, and stuff. Listen, boy and girl, life is so short. And I was cut from the other computer to connect it. Life is so short. Count your days. Like I was talking about Mama Jan, who said, if I sleep 8 hours every day, after 1 year, how many hours would I have slept? That's time wasted. If you were visionary like now, no matter 8 hours, you're mental. If you work in a company, knock off 17 hours, get back home, rest, start working now on your project. That is called now self-employment. Work. Get up to midnight. If not, 01, wake up after 4 hours, 5 hours, results are going to be seen. So what she says, humble yourself. Some of you parents have told you, look, things are not moving well. Why can't you go and sell these markets? No, life is so short, boy, girl, take over. I know people who in secondary school. I know people before Abakash lost everything. I had classic books when he bought me books from Europe and stuff. And new friends who even coming to school, they would come with pata tropical, but pushing the agenda. The mother is selling at the market, says, hey, Sani, Mwakomboka, have you knocked off? You sit, sell for me. Umusalo, not fancy stuff, and tomato. But my friends never said Balambuena. And we were at a core school. Boys and girls, middle secondary school, you know it. Not Komkanama Kasiana to render. We are taking mathematics, physics, never funda. You know, Mama Kababa Kiachat, Shomsal, Imomana Tuka, Balambuena. That's humility, that's success. We omunandi ate samkulanda apa niwa bwana immediate to mulanda mfako kunusti. He has got companies, fleet of trucks mu Lusaka now Zambia. That's humility. Thank you so much. Change your mind. And guess what? I like what Madam Stumbeko says. Guess what? You are coming on this program as youths. Isn't it? As youths, for studies, or skills, or degrees and stuff. That you're free of charging and some DLI or whichever university we are going to agree to. No. Then we will be giving you assignments. Those who are studying medicine, come on, let's go. Kabombe Hospital. As freelancers, hands on, not internship, just to give back to the giver. The Kuba Fakoka Pinga, come on, boys, Tom Chitama Suti, Makwe Pechani, giving back. That's the way life is supposed to be. Girls, people start, oh, hotel management, don't ask for any money. Go and help that government hotel. Kepikeni and stuff. That's what we call appreciating what comes on your table. When it comes for free, also think of giving back. Now, German asked by Isaac or Mr. Thomas here. I was saying people who don't work, but I'm appreciating peer and everything. But next week we are going to give you to go and work in that supermarket. They are called €1 job. Per hour, but if they are €1, it's nothing. You work 8 hours, not for €8, it's nothing. But why are they doing that? They want to make you contribute back to what they are giving you. Thank you very much. Let us partner together. Madam Pumolo, please, wherever you are, get in touch. This is what we're looking for. Partnerships in development. Suzanne, all together in English. Wonderful. Perfect. Wonderful. But Isaac, I don't know now. I've got two computers. The other one started freezing. I don't know. Are you seeing the screen?
No, we are not. Just restart it, just like the way you did last time. There's no problem.
Okay. I'm on a different one. I'm gonna do this already. Can you see something?
Yes, we can see.
Awesome. I'm sure you were still, because I got lost when I was connecting on. We are on number 10. We are on
number 10 to yes.
Perfect.
Sure.
Who can do for us the next one? Hence, go out there and face the real world of success. Jump onto a vehicle that carries loads and loads of success, ideas, people, etc. I think we don't need to waste much time. We have discussed all this. Okay. Don't cry over your shoulder. That's what you and everything. Move. And I like the attitude of us Zambians. And when I tell people here to say, people are, they research and unemployment rate in Zambia is like this. So many unemployed. How do they eat? How do they survive? I say, look, back home, they will believe you wouldn't have a job. But we just tell your wife, your children, I'm going into town. You're coming back with 2 plastic bags of what is good? Where does it come from? We are fighters. Now, if we could fight like that all by ourselves without a push at the back, why should you fail with such kind of a program that we have brought? There's no ways. There's no ways.
I think I need something warm.
You need to succeed. March and march and march. So boys and girls, move up. Go out there. Do something. Yesterday, last time I was talking to somebody here said, even now we help some people in Zambia, the vulnerable. Now you're even asking for talk time from Germany. Talk time is 20 kwacha. What kind of vulnerability where you can't raise 20 kwacha? Take some maize, put them there at home. Let 2 people buy, 3 people. 20 kwacha are going to raise. Take back. Sometimes when you are too comfortable in vulnerability, it will follow you even when you succeed. So take a step forward. That's the simple formula. If we can't trust you on nothing or on love, what should we trust you with? Mega, none at all. Jump onto a vehicle that carries loads and loads of success, ideas, people. The small route. Some of you, since you started this program, you are even receiving calls. We miss you. Where are you? Every Monday and Tuesday. This time around, your phone is off, or you don't pick our phone. They start cursing you and stuff. And you're going to miss out this. The ball game has changed. Tell them I've joined the Germany bandwagon, the Germany vehicle. My success now is not just at the Zambian level, it's at international level. Through this country, which we adopted as the success partner for Zambia and Africa, George and Germany. Being sorry for yourself throws away the expected respect from the outside world. Yes, that who said that George Chikurubuacha. You get a point. You have seen this when some people Uncle Benny Raisa, Nishati Nakuma concept, Tabashe Nataki, which is Pakiwan Pedeko, Kangwe, Nagwam Pedeko, Nagwam Pedeko. You have portrayed, you have carried yourself like that. You are sorry for yourself. Even before you knock on the door. Even a newly born baby knows. Mommy, Uncle Benny Raisa, maybe we're for Bunga. It shouldn't be like that. Carry yourself differently. Things are not okay. Speak positive. Hey, I'm struggling. I'm pushing ideas. In fact, I went somewhere. I hope to Kabomba. I'm trying here. That's the way life is. There's a saying, those who knock, according to the word of God, those who knock, the door is open. Then if you want to knocking, go back there. Go back there and knock again. One day they would back at tell you what I mean now fish mufwa guys. You only got 24 bank of your one pin. Mupeni to travel your one pin waramba business. That's the power of resistance. No the Kelelako. That's why the Keleko coming from. So you understand story son about us with Germany. Feel people it won't work right now. We pushed the agenda and here we are. Now we have Canada, we have been called Canada. We are there. What? Resistance. So, being sorry for yourself throws away expected respect. But don't be that. Remember, there is no terrible situation on earth. Whatever we are going through, but it was a learning phase. Somebody says that when they ask you, how is your financial situation? Don't say, I'm broke. Just say, I'm facing a financial crisis. Meaning, the crisis shall be mended. Later on, I'm going to have money back. I'm one situation. You'll be like that. Now, children will be like that. Speak positive. Speak big for your future. Being sorry for yourself hinders your progress. Yes. Goes. Just hinders your progress. You enter one meeting. No. But then it's not your meeting. They know you. It's me as long as it's in the morning. You enter, business people are talking. Those who have got 20 maybe they're talking, or businesses, shops. Oh, no, it's not for you. They have defined you already. In fact, you have defined yourself. I don't belong to such bank, mental bank. Maybe I'm going to tell them to say there's a lion here, be careful. Or there's a thief who is stealing your cars. Because they don't trust you. You have defined yourself. Move away from that. Remember, defining yourself is not all about having money in the pocket. It's having something at the back of the mind. Even when you enter that circle, you are not invited. You sit, you open your mouth. They'll even change the seat to give you. Hey, what is coming from your database? But when you open your mouth, they know that, wow, we can benefit from this guy. We can work together with this guy. What can we do for you? No, I was just passing. Then I saw the light is on. Let me just see what's happening. You've got no plan. Move away with that, from that. CDT group is a different ball game altogether. Thank you so much for your contributions, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we come to other sets of questions, we are going to have our own director, Isaac Mulongo.
Okay. I hope I'll still come in again as the training goes, so that we can.
By the way, sorry, director, are we still recording? I'm not able to see.
Yes, we are still recording.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes. Sure. So, as I was saying, as we proceed with this, I just want to give a word of encouragement. And next time I will give even a more detailed presentation to every one of you. I will not speak long because as you are hearing, my voice has not been well for some time now, about some good 4 or 5 days. I've been having a challenge, but however, I want just to give you an encouragement. Despite all these positive things we are talking about, there will be some times when you feel maybe rejected. There will be some times when you will feel not being helped. But please, if you know what you are after, I want to encourage you to remain focused. Not everything that glitters is gold. Not everything that you see or you see people having, it is just gotten on a silver plate. You have to work hard. You really have to work hard. That is the key to life. Even the Bible itself, when you are talking of the first man, Adam, God didn't give him a wife as the first thing, but work to do. Why? So that he could feed himself. What are we doing here? We are doing this program not for ourselves. It is for you people out there, so that tomorrow you can be able to stand on your own. You may be having a family. You may have a family in future. They'll be looking onto you. And if you don't invest now in the right things now, it will be very difficult at a later stage to do those things. That is why, please open your eyes. Make sure that when the time comes, actually the time has already come, take everything that you are getting from these lessons, from these teachings, seriously, because they are going to build your foundation. Let me tell you one thing, maybe you don't know. Education is good, but it's not all. I repeat that, education is good. We have people who didn't go to school and they are successful. We have people who did very well at school, but today they are nothing. So it depends on how you mold your character, how you go about your daily life, how you do that thing that God has imparted in you correctly at the right time. You are required to have your eyes open and always looking and avoiding mistakes, because those are the things that bring us down. You can see someone progressing, like Mr. President yesterday talked about a big man all of us we knew who was so rich, and he ended up being a beggar, a Zambian. You can imagine. Sometimes it will be just people who are jealous of you who come and destroy what you are doing. So you have to be very careful, guard yourself, make sure that whatever you get, it is protected. And what can protect what you have? It is your character. Your character. How do you go about your daily life? What comes out of your mouth? What do you give out after healing? Those are very, very important things in your life. So I want to encourage you people here, you are in the right place. You're in the right place. I have heard I think Mrs. Pumulo, who said that she's a teacher and she was selling everything. I want to tell you of my own story. When I was in Zambia, I was living well. I had no problems. I myself, those who have been here on the forum, I think I already said it. I started getting a salary when I was still in secondary school. You can imagine, I was already getting a salary, and I cannot hide you. The first cash I get, it was 800 kwacha. And you can imagine how much that was at that time. You are talking of in the 80s. So, so if you work hard, people, they will reward you. But money should never be your focus. Me, I like what I do because I know if I'm honored, money will follow. That is my principle. If people they recognize me, and they cannot just say, oh, thank you, and they will just shake hands. No, definitely there will be a reward of a lifetime. That is very, very important. Students here, take this thing seriously. I don't know, that's my observation. Most of you are not writing these things. I don't know why, but maybe you are recording, I don't know, whatever. But I want to encourage you for all the lessons that you are going to learn from now. Make effort to write some important notes. It's very, very important. Write them down. As I said earlier on here in German, they have an adage. They say that if you write, you remain. That's direct translation. What they are saying, they are saying that if you write things, you cannot forget them. Even when you forget them, you can still go back and make a reference. And today we are living in a world where there's technology. Make use of these things to make your life easier and help you. So please guard your character. That's what I'm trying to say. Guard your character, because that's the thing that is going to move you forward. Stop having pity over yourself. You are a human being like you. I say that when I was in Osaka, I had it easy when I was in Zambia. I used to sell myself. I used to sell milk. I wouldn't care. I had a job, but still I used to sell milk. I'll send my young brothers, I'll send them to Livingston to go and order milk at the Victoria town. And they'll come and we'll sell and sustain ourselves. It was not that our parents could not help us. No, because we knew that in life, you cannot just depend on one thing. A car, if you look at a car, once one wheel is removed, it cannot go further. If it goes further, there will be an accident. So please know these principles. Make sure that move on so many wheels, be a truck. And one of them is here now. As to Katane, you have a basics for your life. Some people, they are lucky. Apart from their education, they receive revelation. Just revelation for them is enough to survive on earth. And that is the overall thing that everyone, even those people here, they have invented this, they have discovered this, they have made this, and so forth. It was a revelation from God who gave them to save humanity. One of the persons that has done good on this earth is Mr. Aspirin. I know you take aspirin in Zambia. That is the name of a human being. Mr. Aspirin was a German person who discovered the medicine that has led to the discovery of many other medication, including the medicine for what? What is this? Headache. The other one we take in Zambia. What is it? Not Panadol, against malaria. Yeah. Chloroquine. Yes, chloroquine. Yes. So let me end here. I will not speak much. I have a lot to share, but I will reserve it for the next time. I want to make presentations so that those who want to go home with something, they'll be able to write. That's like the way Mr. Evans is doing here. Thank you so much for now. Let's go back to, if there are any questions, let's go back to the questions. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Director Isaac, before we bring in Frau Ruth Nyirenda, I just want to say something. What you said, jobs you did as a youth, without shame. Some of us, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm an expert as well. Kind. Now ice block. And I don't know, I was an expert of making ice block. And I guys are coming ice block when it's what am I saying? Humility. I had all reasons to tell my mother, humility and focusedness. Wonderful. Well said.
And one thing he says, education is not the end of success. He's not telling you to say, please, when he said parents, especially those who are coming on the bachelor program, he's not saying don't enroll. He simply said, much as you work onto your bachelor program, carry entrepreneurial mindset. You should be thinking business. I'm studying medicine. One day I'm going to have my own clinic hospital. This is what you tell people. There are people who bring here, not even from Zambia, from Cameroon. This girl, she's crying. She comes. You know, I talked a lot. The boy is coming. Now, this student job is hard. Come on, push. But then there was Switzerland. I'm in Switzerland now. I'm in this. The piece of address we are giving me. Oh, mandate. Sarkomana. Oh, I'm building this in Cameroon. I'm building my own clinic, hospital. This is where we are taking you. Like we said, that's what I'm sharing. Humble yourself today. When you get our piece of advice, come on. You're gonna be somebody. We don't just look at you to say, hey, what are you doing? Even when we come to visit Zambia, like what Isaac said, we will just come to visit you. We come to your university centers, in dormitories. How are you doing? Is everything okay? We talk to you. But success is you when we meet. Remember, bank here. The bank is here. The mobile bank will send that to left and right. Very important. Very, very important. Even those that have got degrees, but to do other things just to get some extra cash, extra money. Very, very important. So think differently. I haven't gotten a job yet. What can I do? Here is my business plan. Then he said something again that make use of technology. I'm sure, especially boys and girls, when he said that you have changed the way you chat. Facebook. Oh, let me see the new shoes on trend. Oh, what is Rihanna posting? Let me tell one thing. I listened to Rihanna, when she came to Germany. She was talking, I wasn't at the function, she was on TV. She says, look, she was talking to youths. I've got more than money you should think of. I'll never suffer in life, but prepare your own. Don't waste money. Don't waste time on me. What did she mean? The time you're supposed to be studying, researching on Facebook about your medicine or business administration, wait about Rihanna or Michael Jackson, the late. No. It's time now you use technology according. I tell people, even in Germany, Zambians, I said, look, when I go on a blog by Zambians, where Isaac knows, you run away sometimes, but when I go on the blog of Japanese, you want to stay there the whole night. When you go on the blog of the Chinese, the Koreans, the Germans, why are we different? So, if you boys and girls, spend your bundles nicely on progressive stuff. But I pay we are in a global, you can even pin somebody who is presenting. Can I chat with you? I want to become a medical doctor. I live in Purungu in Zambia. Oh yeah, I'm a German, you're a German. This is how it happens. Oh, can we Zoom? I'd like to check this. Mama, I want to invite this friend of mine. He's from Zambia, interesting. It's a global village. Don't misuse your technology. Thank you so much, Brother Isaac. Now, what we are going to do, and remember, I keep saying this, you are connected to a country, top country on this Deutschland. America, UK, much Germany. Even when there was Corona, when Corona started, economies crumbled. UK crumbled. The US, you can't even talk. How much Spaniards, from Spain, for instance, Germany. But guess what? On the opposite, Germany started paying about $20 more. Corona man. If you are a mother, come and get Corona man. If you are just like that, announcing to companies, please stop firing abantu. Okay, no mabasta fire, but it can go to lava for the shop. Mama shall be in the mama companies, you can permanent to the buildings, properly. Challenge each. You will never hear that elsewhere. This is why you are connected. Take it seriously. While we are living, while we are there. I repeat, bendi mwanchiba, ama uncles, ama neighbors, abainde, ngababwera, bashayina kuzanda, isn't it? Eba back to me, oh, Eba can't work. As we chose to bring it back to you, the goodies that we have seen in Deutschland and other European countries. Ruth Nyanda, sorry for keeping you so long before you go to Chikamanga. Madam Ruth Nyanda, come through, please.
Thank you so much. Though my voice is so hoarse. Yeah, I had
you have got some flu.
Yeah, I had corona. Now I'm recovering. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this our Ruth here in Germany?
Of course. She's the one.
Wow. That's nice to have
We're not yet the recover, but at least I'm still in quarantine. I had corona for the past days, but I'm recovering now.
You will be okay.
Amen. Thanks very much for having me. Though most of the things which I wanted to talk about, Mwakambako Kudara, determination, focused, attitude, responsibility, and entrepreneurship. Now, for me, my much of the focus, maybe I'm going to focus much on the youths, because I know that imiti kula empanga. Abakulu bali bombakade, but for me, my focus is on the youths. Though I didn't share this one to you, Isaac and Divalukomona, this is the beautiful platform that you are doing, and I like it so much. I have a friend here. She's much into it, and she's going to join us, I think, because I had shared with her last time. She's Germany. She's Germany, and we were planning to come up with another organization with her, but I had to share something concerning this platform, and she's so happy. Now, what I wanted to tell the youths, because what we believe in, Madam Pumulo, where she said responsibility, that is the most important thing that we need to understand. In nature, I think like if I mingle with the friends here, especially Abanandi Kunokuine, Abasungu, they usually tell me to say, if we're what we believe in, when we see a white person, we believe that that person has a lot of money and he or she is going to give us. So like the organization here, what we want, like they want like the more youths to come on board. And what we believe in as the youths, but without taking our part also. So I'm encouraging the youths to work so hard. We shouldn't believe in that, no, everything, bakala tupera FMP angashai saba tudipitira ku school or what, no. I'm coming from Central Province, and I boast about that. Serenge in particular. When I look at the people here in Germany, most of them, they come from Lusaka, Copper Belt. I'm the only one who is coming from the remote rural area in Zambia. And I boast about that. Why? I find myself here because of determination and responsibility. So Ukubombe Shaba Imisepera, HR number 1. I'm just a teacher in Zambia. Could store under 10 for by lecture pa college, but tetinjiringa nyefiafi nefe tubomba ku Zambia denina kunofande bomba ko inchito shimbishi. So echonde koseresha kofe like we need to work extra hard. One today for a school, but we shouldn't depend so much. We shouldn't depend so much like ama donors and school and everything and what no. Now about entrepreneurship, you make use of the internet. Tampeno kushtishensa patwa papene na balanda pale rihana. Tampeno kushtishensa patwa papene. Find something to do. And itching kalipako felaiki tubal at pari tumfwe ko pari boza at mulomodisti. Ukusanga ma youths, a lot of them commenting. Ukubonfiama bundles yeah, instead of using those bundles for other things that will empower you. Tampenu kulima kufe tomato eyine tomato and I used to sell tomato. I used to sell amataba songa twalima amataba naya namukushitisha. Not nenson nyawe. Nganashitisha na amataba namba nokutwala na Congo. After nashitisha na asamba nokusamba nishinebo musepera. Unfortunately, I wanted them to see me now. I'm not feeling too well. I'm so ngabachimbo na doki kanshini uyulera ndani youth. Vakwata kwa example kuline.
Don't worry, next week you will come online.
Yes. So that offended to the age Kuriva youth so that they can learn something from me. And my friend told me to say, you know what, you people, you like each time you just open your hands to say, no, fiance, you don't take part, you don't believe in yourself that you can do something better that will empower you. So in a, like next week, because of time, next week, I'm sure, and even my voice, most of the things which I wanted to talk about, Nabalanda Pokade. So I just wanted to say, take responsibility by youth. Even when you are starting your school, do something during your holiday. Twashitisha kwefitumbua, twashitisha kwa mafrizidzi, twashitisha ko amasikono, so that we can empower ourselves. I'm sure these are the things which I wanted to encourage the youth. Thanks so much for giving me the platform, Mr. Kunante.
Awesome, Ruth. Get well soon.
Yeah, I'm well in Jesus' name.
So that Monday next week when we come back, they can see you.
Yes.
Really awesome. Ruth, she's one of our great counselors. Great counselors. Oh, we got a beautiful baby there. She's one of our great counselors here to listen to. Ichipale. Kuno, I hope Mariana comes on here. Long time ago, we get a young lady we brought from Kenya. Ulananda kuusha mwepo na Nairobi. Say sana kuno. Ikitumbua kuba songo. Ayo, jamu tempo. Alesi chapu muhambo. Awana mkwe fishi. She's a big landlord. I'm a flight salikuda for university students. Noma capital city kota ikeleno kulikana. Humility. Umuzambia ni umwa abana beso. Ipipali. Ayo. Today, we say that you say it's new dawn time. Say don't come every weekend. It was a game. 0605, nothing. It was like that. Today, if we ask you to even just accompany your mom or your dad, go backyard, you'd prefer chatting, make use of. Don't worry about Ruthie, they are in our hands to never start. To cover shape up. Like we said, even when they start their degree programs, we are going to do with them counseling. Nama German Zavadian Abakashana Barumendo, Muliranda Nabo, Mulium Fuakunabo, Bamonat, and Equality of them. The Mama Tipia, Kurama Chumana, Mujeman, Vandinama would she went by Tenderama, but Masanga, 15 years old. Every night she couldn't give it. This is child abuse. Karisha newspaper, Baruch knows. Saturday and Sunday, a newspaper. He didn't look at snow. Kale come to Mulia, the Kapusha they would give like a fresh 30 euros. Why is that snow? The pride of to making my own money. Just that I'm canon. 2 days, hey mom, you pay 60 euros. I asked in Sabato. It starts from there. It's only in Zambia where Telekomwana, Ayaku University is coming from home. Akusha University Choka Kamwa finds to Alef Mapanga is only Kuzambi. Zimbabwe is not like that. Other countries are not like that. Kuzambia maturity in real terms to be independent is solid. We want to go to the situation whereby you are in grade 8, you are thinking, Mama, I'll be this. I ask a lot of people from Zambia, why are you choosing this course? Engineering. Because my friend, that's what my friends chose. Lack of counseling. I'm sorry. When we were growing up in secondary schools, in fact, I think it used to start in grade 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 12. Every 2 weeks per Friday, careers masters, Vanessa. Our families, help community, Vanessa, Vashani, Bari never, we to remember. It cost. But now, because of the systems, the economies, the garbage, you just, we're so much 10 subjects, you work with the fiance, you're so much more. because you don't know your direction. If you knew your direction, you are going to choose. 10 subjects. I want to become an engineer. Okay, I will concentrate in mathematics, physics, chemistry, and 3 others. 4, they're just backing me up. Thank God we did that when we were growing up. I remember Ndebaba and history I was comfortable. Now, Shirembeko history capacity. I went to write. Evans, no, I remember the essays you wrote. I went to write. I got a distinction on something I didn't like. Alienation. So when you have come here, boys and girls, Google change it. And not if you already now one to me. Oh my goodness, please. Our directors to position Coco announcement. Let our beautiful youths stop inboxing. What bas and WhatsApp yes, but hi. My man, hi. Not even me, hello Mr. Rokomona. Just hi. What should I respond? No, please. Be formal. Even email when you write, some of you just write, I enjoyed the conference. I want to be like this. Without a name, without salutation. Mujeman para cancer. You are saga email. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I enjoy this. I come from this city in Zambia. I would like to ask about ABCD. Your sincerely, Mwape Nandwe. That's very formal. Be formal. Now it's up to Germany. Okay, Okulukuma Zambia, the other day is in Germany. Whether to Senegal, one leg is in Germany, one leg is in Senegal. Therefore, start behaving in that success direction. We natural chino, one success here. So even ministry doing things, let it change. Let it change. Bukantuka. Ruwe. Why is it would help me to say Ruwe? Now not super shiny to shout. Oh, sorry, it was me. I'm sorry. Who did this? That is for bad. That is gone. Oh, sorry, there's a mistake here. Who did this? Oh, no, you have to do it this way. Why do they say this are Germans? Because Mukusasuka, mind the lava split. You have Mamu, Mwase Abachiwa, no selection. What will suffer means to. What will suffer are your studies. But when you argue in a calm way, just visit the parliament of Germany. It's there on YouTube. It's called Bundestag. Gabalelanda, what are we in about? Visit number parliament of South Africa. Here they now, Julius Malema. 1 hour, 30 minutes, Valero, Baba Tankiako. That's why we don't succeed. Here, when they're talking about everything, steady fast. Google the right stuff. Now you are agreed, not only in September. Now, remember Kalamba. Tell him how much beautiful handmade clothes in Germany was just England. Hey, English, 200 euros, maybe one getting for a market in Germany. That's how life changes. There is a saying, start working what you have redefined yourself. That's all. And a success money, that's why I was saying success. It is usually originated. Me, I'm a success. Or me, I'm a failure. Except that it's very easy to accept failure than success. It's very easy to accept failure. Why? Because we define failure by our first peer, or our first peer by uncle, Tumfuana, success. Failure is in our minds. But success, which is very easy to attain, why? Because our great Banyereda Ruth. She said, from Serenge, where to let New German, isn't it? To come. Maybe she'll give us a speech. What did she put at the back of the mind to surpass Lusaka from Serenge back to Germany? With a papa to Mobile Funda, but German University. This is what I'm talking about. The bank, what have we put here? What was she Googling when she was in Zambia before coming here? How did Baruth go? Whatever piece of Zambia, you guys can Google what's happening pamwe bantu 24 hours pamwe bantu oh malini ashan Zambia watchdog 24 hours. It wouldn't happen. Even when you are coming to Germany, whether Mutandala for business exchange, everybody share. Oh, do you know anything about Germany? How will I do for I've heard something. You're not serious. Oh yeah, I've heard. There's a new chancellor now, like the Queen or the King of Germany, over the King forever. His name is Dr. Olaf Scholz. And Zambians, which pocket were Olaf Scholz. I didn't even know that he was going to be the owner of Germany. Everybody by free country and let the ballet of wow, God, you have taken me from far away. Now when you break up the ballet papa, you can just go down, you know, to allow this refugee organization. Because now when I went to Shenga, I wrote him a letter, I went to his office. He was a governor, which is called Mayor Burgomaster in Hamburg. Do you have an appointment? I've got no appointment. I went to the Churoko. No, but this let me just talk to him because narasha message pali but I saba collab because chali chilamu narasha message pali it will take time but to mamuntu pamuntu my office na ka approach paka paper so hello komona est to me like what you have each kind side gerade be ich in treffen excuse me currently meeting please here is my email address write me and we pick it up from there. The River Chancellor, the whole world, the second or third man, strongest in the world. Why? Carrying the data bank here, not the riches, the data bank. And this data bank is what we are doing and what we have to do. So when you carry the right data bank, no office, whether in Zambia, in Nairobi, in Kumara, will be big for you, though you've never had an office. So, technology, the Fachanda by Isaac, Nawanyerenda, Abedrero. Farming, if you are a farmer, farming in Germany, inputs, these fish from Germany. Like change, start talking, living Germany, Zambia. So that when the opportunity comes to push something with Germany, when was going to quick economics department, are you been to Germany before? No. Because you have used your data and bundles very well. This is what we want. Like Tulanda Isaac was saying, we are here, we are spearheading this. 30 years of shame, no. To have 1 point, like this. Today moving at break performance is out. I'm on telephone. Oh, Mr. Komana. Those students, first year university, now when I break, so now there's some company. Oh, that's after the German is very much this is what we are going to. But that can only happen with the proper data bank. And that knowledge, Rabbi Isaac said, if you have to go to a professor at university, ladies and gentlemen, not only in Misepela, let me concentrate on Misepela, young boys and girls. You can manage yet to accommodate. No internet, no email, no WhatsApp, no Facebook, no TikTok. Besides, inkalata mwale mboko mchimwemu, pauti katika kusaka, ulefo kia holiday. Inkalata ilefika na holiday halipo. You get what I'm saying? Now holiday halipo. The only success we knew was from our teacher, number test panel, number books, but library. Today, success is moving. Anything you want to do, just Google. That's it. Download it on your phone. Start feeding yourself. Meaning today's success, nayanguka sana. You will have no excuse. Now I'm going to make examples. And thank God, this organization, global, international, Jikatane, NGO, DLI, CHU, founded by Zambians. What else? What other reason I got to give? If Kenyans can receive it with both hands, the Congolese with both hands, Egyptians with both hands, Uganda, Nigeria, aren't you supposed to be proud and say, let lead, since the headquarters of Africa are in Zambia. Remember, success starts from your mindset. Also, whom you connect with, you are well connected. This is what I wanted just to allude to. We are here. Move while we are here with you. Soon we'll be retiring as well. We'll never be there. It's you to take over. Hey, look at how much saying that. Oh, this is good. This is good. Just once in a while, California is so much to be now. Which station here? Hey, why is it? There's a call. Twice station. Okay. That's it. We have created everything. I'm not done two. From presidency in Germany, parliament in Germany, Kuma offices, fish into the river, Tapali. We are waiting for you. You are the main players, you are the main achievers. If you fail, we fail, we crumble, but I know you are not going to fail. Zambia is always great. Same Zambians in Mali, Senegal, you are here, Congo, and other countries. It's the same formula we are using where you are. We are partnering with you. We are sending you the documents, take them to the government. This is it. You will be the sunshine of those countries where you are. They will know, wow, we could have such women, such men in Senegal from Zambia, affecting even our own Senegalese or our own Malians, Congolese. This is about change, and nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. As long as we don't forget, here, the word of God. That's it. Without this, we are nothing. We are doomed. So we should be closing as we listen to Tola Bisalumba. Mamachika Monica Group Mwarai Sadiro call it to recover Kashimbaya Joseph. Kashimbaya Joseph.
Joseph, can you unmute yourself, sir? You have been raising your hand for some time. Yes, you are now unmuted. Please come through.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Kashimba Joseph from Mamachika Moneka here in yes. Thank you. I'm Kashimba Joseph from Kitwe here in Kitwe. I must make mention in Para compound. I must mention that indeed the program
Maybe,
that
sir,
is before us is
before
really
you
informative
continue
and
speaking.
and
Hello, sir.
we believe
Hello, sir.
that it will also transform our mindsets, not only.
Sir, you have two gadgets on in your room. Please switch one off. We have an echo. We will not be able to get you. I don't even think that is getting us. Mr. Joseph Kashimba, please switch off one gadget so that there is just one gadget in your room. Okay.
Oh, you can't hear us here. Mr. Joseph, we can't. You are muted. You are muted. You are muted.
Yeah, I muted him because there was an echo coming from his place. You can unmute yourself, sir.
I was saying, Kashimba Joseph here in Kitwe, and we are actually in a compound, and we are connected through this program through Mamachika Monica here in Kitwe through Spata compound. We want to say this program is actually informative, and it's really bringing out a lot of things, and it's also challenging us how to think and view our lives. Indeed, many good things have been spoken out, but yet want also to appeal and say that, like in my case, I'm actually a qualified human resource officer, and of which up to now I have not been employed. Meanwhile, we possess this great mindset, which ultimately, if it's given an opportunity, it will indeed help us to also help others, like you mentioned. Just like in John 5:9, which talks about, I don't have helper who can help me. But in this particular case, through this program, we are seeing that you coming in will ultimately be the aid to our clients and also help us, which will ultimately help us also to transform other communities in which we live in. I must make mention that we live in an environment that is full of exactly what you've said, where we are self-pity and feel sorry, most of us. But because we, to some extent, we've been lacking such mind, such role model to mold us, especially in this era where the society is actually in short of role models, especially shaping ourselves and how we could actually be, behave and think about businesses and all these other programs. So I must make mention again that we did appreciate and looking forward on how best our community, especially which is like the former speaker mentioned, it's more of a remote area where everybody have been, marginalized. But through your coming in, we believe that it will change the narrative, which ultimately will also help us, to be also in key positions that will also like read to say read by example. So with that, we really appreciate and looking forward the opportunities that this program has in store for us, which will also be of use to transform other people. Because through this program, we believe that this actually modeled, holistical approach, which will also help us to transform other lives in our area. So with that in mind, please, we want to say thank you for this program, and may God continue you, and may it continue so that it can also be extended to other families that might be going through the same situation which are going through. So looking forward to work with you, as I'm also available for work with you as a human resource officer, given the opportunity.
Thank you so much. We are grateful. Thank you so much. That was a good contribution. Maybe Bamlea, please, if you can just say a word before we can let Mama Chikamoneka to come in.
But I think
Sorry, Miriam Lea, there is just a lot of noise coming from your side.
sorry, Director Isaac, I muted from here. There was so sharp noise.
Okay, it is gone now.
Yes, I just wanted to say something, sir. On
all right, go ahead.
Mr. Joseph, the previous speaker, he really spoke well, and he said that he's got a bachelor degrees in human resource, isn't it?
Human resources, yes.
Perfect, very good. Mr. Joseph, I hope you have applied, because center directors, please, degree holders, I hope you are registering them like we are supposed to be doing. These are resource personnel, okay, that are able to give back to our students. These are readily available jobs to them. People like Mr. Joseph, please, Mr. Joseph, submit your application letters and your documents to your regional office there, okay, because soon we'll be calling all those degree holders to have a meeting with you and see how we can work together. All right, perfect, wonderful.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. We we had caught Miriam Molea. Please, you can unmute yourself now if there is no noise in your background. Miriam Molea, your hand is up again. Please unmute yourself so that we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Good
Hey, please.
Hello.
Okay, but now I've got the network issues. It's like she's being challenged. What we shall do is we shall move on. We shall ask her to write the question that she wanted to ask or the contribution. That's the easiest way. Please, there down on the chat, you are able to write anything that you wanted to say or you wanted to ask. So unless, Mr. President, you have something to say, if not, then we move on to Mama Monica as she comes in.
It's okay, I don't have anything. Sure.
All right, okay. Mama Monica, please, if you can unmute yourself and say whatever the Lord has put in your spirit today.
Ichungopo mkwai wonse na weshafye amatotelo kumashui yonse ayasambirishiwa kubana besu kuno mchalo chesu cha Zambia umwe misepela yona wike ichibemba chitita timitikula empanga nshafishe amashui yengi umulandu wa kutira ninkwata abakalamba pano abatukonkele ukufuma kumatwitondolo balefu aya nabeno kulanda kwa mashui aya kutotela kuli batwikatane NGO bacho baletele ukwisa funya abana besu mubusha bantu ichibemba chitira timitikula empanga elo kabiri kubana besu imisepela bonse ndelanda ichibemba cha kutila ati ushumfwa patu nono na pashfingita konfwe ili shuko ili shile mchalo cha Zambia itakutila abana besu bonse bakwate chaka niko muri ili shuko eli aisa muri buno kuteko wa New Dawn government tuli abansansa kwena lesa mipale kabiri amipute mona mano na yambi kabiri nalambi kosele shokana lofwa kuma meeting yonse baita akutila mukafikirishe icho mwafikie pesa mbali ya chalo na kwa omuntu lese wapata bonse alitutemwa kabiri bonse alatupenda na kwa omuntu wakwata mano 4 na 3 bonse atupanga na mano 5 so yali mano 5 bonse tufilio kuyabomfya ine mama chikamone kansha sambilia nalami pera example testimony kali nemuine na perere form 3 last year alembele GCE grade 12 na alishala 17 years mkamfirwa na abana 6 abana bakusunga abali 9 abana banshiwa abana bonse nalisambilisha neka umulandu wakana kwa teli nilimo mbasket ngachakota ngafyefe chilanda baruthi ndala na mukushitisha market na mukupyanga omwana abanangani na namona tikwete fyakulya ndafuma na chita identify pabe na chipanda apali abanangani na yapyangirako na yawamye mu maluba na yasafya kwefi bumba na kwataka kulya spirit yo ndefo mwe bana besponse kwate fighting spirit na determination na wakwate fifintu fibiri nichi wakwate obwikashu busuma mchalo cha Zambia. Thank you. Na shira kompando kuli batata abwesha matotero mkwai kuli batwikatane NGO bako bafumine kutali ukutukonka ukuisa leta amatotero niba Simon Kapele
edita mkwai kwena tishinkenge fyanda wa mayo nanende pera matochero batu gatane NGO ibintu baletere mukatike imakamaka if your mind set bantu twayikalanga mu bakirandiro kutirati abantu bayishoyo kutatu umuntu aya mukunwa amini akuomba ayisa kapanganda amukunwa ebyo bayishiba nomba end up isangwa byo kutirati abantu bangu baleke ntito ba mu bupina nomba ubupina wafumabo bantu batusambirisha ibintu tukalamba sana ebyo mindset yesu yachinja echo batvikatane ba doctor lukomona please give it up mwaleti chintu chisuma sana nombanga ine partner bombere mu mine 29 years mbalale mofenga lebala noto nafolele tunda motuno no sana nomba nali kwata speed yako yati wena tetimbo mupina mpaka vye mofika chitike nomba na fisanga muri batukatane nde nali kwata ibala na mkifamo kumuchinga province kuchinsali specific kurianji kunchinde nali mako nali pango mfolo mkatika kefamo evyo na omba icho cheplo kutirati nali kwata kutirati kwena bushikuma limo kuti kwaba ubwafurisho buli bonse oboninga sanga pakutirati bali yanchende kutwata kwesabi kuti twalali matomato bili na fimbi ifi kalamba ifi ngachitika echo inenga chana mwana kuti amachika moneka nde batasha mama twalilileni echo kuti natamuja kutira ichi chakumuchinga palapene pe family yandinga chakutira na mwana maka na kwata maka kuti twatambo kusambisha bona abana kumuchinga kwine chinga province ninchende imwe yakwata amenshi ninchende imwe yakwata inflation anti ngakwata nchende cha msingo video kuti Zambia yakwata ifi yakudya vingi kali nevitekwa kuti takwata kula no vitekwa ingombe kuposwana ngombe ku 7 province takwa amenshi kuchinsali menshi vingi ukwakulila kwingi nomba bantu bateke ngombe ifonse ba na tusambira muno kuti yabako kulila nchede ba doctor ipikatane please ya twisula umutwe ya twisula mano kuti we are not going to be the same. We are changing people, but for Sandila, it will keep us to the future. Never, no. Now we never. When I can quit 77 years, no, but there was some British show which Kwame looked at. Now we got 7, now got 8 years. Still we have got other days to come. So I know we did. What is 77 years? Good night. Papa Mopa, good night. Lima, if you feel greater, we are in Zambia. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. In Jesus' name. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
My goodness.
My goodness.
That is good.
Wow.
Ashkulu, if you're Malanda, that is our vision. Land in those areas. What you have said is Trikatane's vision. Trefire to so called. Tukapange nangu nemaskulu nangu fya kulima kwa liba aqua farming abalefwa ya kulima esabi. They will learn how to do it. Abalefwa ya kuteke mbushi, abalefwa ya kuchita fyonse kulima different crops and whatever, even honey, anything that is doable. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Over to you, President.
Wow. Mama, thank you so much for that piece of advice. I'm so happy. When I looked at when you said 77, did you say 77? I'm 57. Bantu, 77. Wow. Look at that. You are our senior advisors. The first question, you are on the ground. Ini separation say able to write no partner na family and mom guys advice. You have been learning that for many years. It could have not been going so well if we to going to fight that veranda is to partner na bakwete na malati. That Matamalandi Yesu, Nava Kwete Kale. It's all about poverty alleviation. Take you fire at your that was the pattern of Navake Minamo. If we come Wahima, it's to a Sophia. Come on, Naman is outside. Ravan and Dika by school. Never got about 1 number. Only 1,000, 2,000. It's a fire. We don't want the common Zambia. One thing. There's a movement to the way of one bit to the we don't need to party. The what pushing us on. The one that Peter Machinese once we go. That's what I get my car. You 10, 8 years, Shake Zambia. If you are changing. Then when you want Chalo. No. The Machinese not being Chaban to perform. Hey, you are Mulanga. You go on a our folly. What out 100 questions because one in a Mario and pay the concourse 10. No. You want to want to share about people. 2,000, 3,000, twice but change. Tamakawanya, Mukabapela, a Feturisha, Namabuteko. Nobody was a clever advice to them, please. If you comfort investor, Kisuma, but we want investor to be defined as a partner. Guy that twice perform Kawama partners. Maybe the Babushi, the Muevo. If we related a Muevo. Maybe the Mamushi sending a 80% in drama, talking about 20%. Never to Mula Voka by Sachimuchi. Moabeva, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Johnson, Mushi will soon. Machinery Maleta, send them 20%. If you send 80%. This is what we call partnership. Not if you are for, not if you are for one. At Aerobinis, Copper, Isaac, at our Copper for you. Copper Yesu from Mufurira, from CB, Chingola, we say we match our copper for you. You know, but it a copper puno. Could you Zambia Malaysia in the machine? Loyalties, 5%, 10% yet canova. What is 10%? To a carnage. To a carnage. We need people like you who own something. No, but we not talk about desperate. That you have Chinese vice and that change. No, we want ownership by Zambians and for Zambians and external world. Bravo. Chapter
Oh.
Wow.
Mkwai, eko tabala ya kumbi mkwai, na tukwato msepele otwala lala na nkwe kuno, afumine ukutali sana, kulia mumfuati kuchantete. Mumafamu. So na na kupata kofi otu mashumitu wa kutotela. Pantu wakabwelela muma ilo chelo.
Kwa nebo katio kapoya. Fumile kuchantete.
Voice.
Fumile kuchantete. Nalishiba kofi mofia para carpentry and joinery. Ile roncha kwa tama na jama tuzi ya kubombia. Na pa place ya kubombera po sha kwata. Lero na tema manga fudisha ko padisha.
Mkwai, ukusosa kwali shupa. Uyu mulumendu alesoso kutila. Nshasa mbilila. No manalishi benchito. Iya carpentry. Ukubomfiafye wisdom. Adelando kutila. Icho abulishako. Fibombelo. Kabiri. Enchende hapa kubombela. Elonga cha kutila mwafuilishe. Kutiasa mbilishe misepela na imbi. Carpentry free of charge. Watotela mkwai.
Wow. Awesome. Atima Kapoya Tendo.
Kapoya.
Wonderful Kapoya.
Kapoya.
The question was that what land the degrees here, ama skills. Na yo sunka ne kyalo fino twaikala kokuno ma skills. I am skills on kweta yo fiance. Knowledge based. That's why I'm saying that counseling and winning mindset. About the theory. Ukesa balevo nomba here practical ikesa. That's why that youth ni kukopa about na kwenda. Whatever is the question nalaba ya project he has, who said, I can even train more than 200 people. We say, not even more than 200, because you are unique. Maybe like for other provinces, you can be training there under our support and partnership. So now, if you are on our group, our documents, wema abakwata skills nemwe chiteni apply mwanipatika motivational letter namwe muchiremba please temuchisungu chomwalemba inengo kapoya naliva skills inefi tinasambisha navanandi imbawo. That's the way ine varenseka ndemuchasana kurusaka ichinali beola chikala kukalundu kulya namuchokunalya muchitepona fanisha shalya mubanet ati ava ku South Africa vaisa vendarama vaisa 5 years vabanets 5 years apa vachinja vaisala kaita vaita tax vavwera ikachinyanishani company. I never used to buy there. Ava nande evans nendarama shoseshowa nande yamuchitakula kwa mandefu made by you people. Let's support our own. Very beautiful stuff. So this is the empowerment we are talking about. Aini tukavomba vose muisakamana mwalemba motivation namuchiremona nichirozi muchitonga mwalemba china statement echi turande tinoshavamo akavamo aini perfect. Vashala kuna 10 minutes Isaac Wilson. Director Isaac, let's call some hands. We are almost going towards closing. We want to hear from Mwemisepela. Microphone.
Good evening, sir.
We miss you. Anybody to say something?
Good evening, sir.
Somebody's there?
Yes, from Mama Chika Monica. This is Mama Chika Monica's daughter. She's saying there are people from Congo and they need contributions as well.
But we can't see you.
We can't see them. Where are they?
Actually, she said they are online.
Yeah, let them raise their hands.
Okay. We can give them a 2 minutes.
All right. Okay.
Wonderful. 5 minutes, no problem. It's a blessing to listen. Where is Congo?
Congo, please raise up your hands. Mlikisa, where are you? Congo DR, please. You can use the reactions punch up. Oh, sorry. You have to use the reaction signs down, and if you click, it's a yellow thing which is like a hand, and then we shall be able to see you, and we can, or you can try to unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, they can unmute themselves. They come on, then they raise up the hand. Technology.
I have here Helen Nduku. Where are you, madam? Where are you? Helen Nduku. You can unmute yourself, please. I can see people there. Just unmute yourself. That's wonderful. Please feel free to speak to us.
Good evening, everyone. Can you get me?
Yes, we can get you. Are you the people from Congo?
No, from Kitwe. This is Via Chafkuma from Kitwe, part of Mama Chika Monica's team.
Okay, all right. We are looking for the people from Congo, but please just take 1 minute. We want to hear from them as well.
All right. Got a question concerning examinations and certificates. I'm hoping this is not too early for that, but I would just like to know what examination board will be examining those that are studying for the undergraduate program as well as the vocational skills? Will it be the Zambian examination boards? Will it be the Germany international, or does CDT have its own examination boards? And which board will issue the certificates, both for the undergraduates, for the A levels and the vocational skills? Thank you.
Wonderful.
What's your
Mr.
name?
President, I'll let you take that one on.
What's your name?
Via Chafkuma.
Very good, intelligent. What do you want to study yourself?
Veterinary medicine.
Vet. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes.
You come and open a company in Germany. That's a lot of money in Germany.
Yes, sir.
In Zambia, we don't take so much dogs to the clinical hospital. But here, wow. Here they are even barber shops.
That's
and salons for dogs and for animals.
Yes.
Very good question. Very good question. Exactly. We are teaching the certificate is international. Okay, German originating. That's all. So if you do vocational, the certificate is
Please, wherever the noise is coming from, where people they are speaking, mute yourself so that there is a child crying. If you can just mute yourself so that there is the silence, so that everyone can hear what the president is saying, because this is very, very important question.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Isaac. I was saying, the course you are taking, whether a degree or vocational, your question was, is it going to come from Tibeta and elsewhere? No, we are their own university, we are their own college. Okay, so degree is either going to come depending on what you are studying. We have got separations. It's either you get a degree from Central Hamburg University, okay, attached to Germany, or you get a degree from our partner university, from Ukraine, Slavoni University. That's the way it is, all right, internationally recognized. Then vocational is the same thing, but at vocational, we have got our own Ticatania producing the certificates and diploma, the Best Learning Institute, which is a college producing, that's why we call CDT group. Degrees, Central Hamburg University. Diplomas, what is it called? The Best Learning Institute. Some farming and stuff, Ticatania, but all are on the same certificate in partnership. Okay, that's it, internationally. So that's how it's going to be done. But Tibeta, we only announce, okay, we have got such programs in Zambia just by virtue of recognition. Sure. Great. That's why I like that question. We are going to mention this on inauguration. That's why even these people you see coming from Ghana, we bring them to Germany, Kenya, wherever, Zambia and stuff. When you enroll with us already, you are a part of, if you are like yourself, you are part of what we call the educational exchange program between Zambia and Germany. Along the way, perhaps just study your first year, okay, 6 months. Afterwards, or after 1 year, you are got, if you perform very well, you have got a leeway to come to Germany on exchange program, okay, and so on and so forth. That's why we are saying any program you are studying with us, German language is bumper to bumper. Not like some people are saying, hey, Mambo German languages, I'm a colonial masters. No, those are cheating you. In life, let me tell one thing. No money is an island. We can never fight them. They are advanced, hyper advanced to reach the way Germany is. It will take us maybe another century. But what do? Marry hands together, shake their hands. You have what we don't have. We have what we have. We partner. That's why if we created a no, I mean, so you get a point. Kwa able to funyaba kiashi baangala makuzanga hivi. Yundi fomo na dai teku states Canada tapaisha bakoko. Mala HK states nama movies. Abena America babu tukila ku Germany ukusambira kuno. You get a point. So when we bring them kuno, their eyes open. My goodness. So I was just thinking of doing this course. I can even change because from Germany, even in Nchito Museka, at your council or Museka, Bala for kuno, like nobody's business. Bala for kuno. council degree, social work degree, kyonzeka likwatendalama. And we tell you, as you are on exchange, kuno isula menso. Okay? If you decide to continue studying in Germany, come on, start researching. By the time you are arriving, we'll push your degree, not to cover. It's like a company call. Takes only 10 minutes. You have prepared everything. Oh, this is my company. What will you be doing? No, that's definitely. You are working in the machine. That's what we advise our people. No, but you are to know that you know, we say quarter a COVID, so that you don't have to wait until you are 65 to get pension. No, whatever. You get a point, yeah? That's why you have to learn the German language. Not that but no, it's by connectivity. Within 1 year, I'm going to start my first year program. But you push 1 year, what is called B1 or B2 level. When you come here, all the doors are open for you. All right? Feeling two birds with one stone. I hope I answered your question. So work hard. Germany is yours. Thank you. Last question by Isaac, if we have.
Actually, we are done. I just asked if someone can play for us as we are coming to the end of our teaching today. But I see another hand has been raised. But Pili, could you reserve your question for next time? I'm sorry about that. We have to cross. One of the things that taught us to be what we are, it is time. We keep time. Sorry for that. Please, if there's a question so urgent and you cannot wait for the next day, please write it either here before we close, or you write it on the WhatsApp group. We shall be able to answer you. Otherwise, thank you, every one of you, for being there. It has been a wonderful time together. Let's keep the spirit burning. This thing we are doing, please, it is not for us. Some of us, we have already passed that phase. So we want you people, because of what we have seen, not to go through what we went through. We want you to have it lighter. I want you to have it easier. And you can have it easier because there is support. There is an organization. In our case, there was nothing like that. You have to struggle on your own, alone, no one. If you are not clever, you will not succeed. There are so many people who are good, maybe better than us, but because they were not that intelligent and they never really pushed hard. Those who come from Mazabuka, if there is anyone here, I just want to close by telling you that I stayed there. The story next time, you'll be amazed what I was doing when I was there. So thank you so much. Let's hear from each other again. When the course again is there, please look at the informations we are sending and look at the program. These lessons, they still continue until a certain period of time when we shall transit and now start the real lesson in various subjects. Otherwise, thank you so much, everyone. We can say goodbye to each other. Who is going to pray for us? Was that Mr. Pili? You wanted to pray for us? Ernest Pili? Are you ready to pray for us? Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, please. Pray for us.
Okay. We thank you, Lord Jesus, for the gift of life that you've given unto us. We thank you for all of the lives that have been touched by this program. We thank you, Jehovah God, because you have blessed us enough so that we see this day. We thank you, Jehovah God, for all of the people that took time off their busy schedules so that they might join in this program. We also pray, Jehovah God, that may your spirit guide and implore them so that they may spread the good news even across to other people that are not aware. We thank you, Jehovah God, and we pray that may you continue to shower your blessings upon the friends as well as the partners of the Twikatane EV NGO. In the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ, we pray. For we know, Jehovah God, that everything that has got a beginning must obviously have an end. We thank you, Jehovah God, that you've been with us to this meeting. And we also thank you that you've helped some people, Jehovah God, through this program to realize their dreams as well as their calling. In the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ, we pray and thank all of those that came up with the inspirational stories, Jehovah God. May you continue to bless them as well as guide them in their day-to-day lives. We pray, Jehovah God, that until the day that we'll be meeting again, may you keep each and every person, Jehovah God, that is connected as well as those that will be spreading the good news, Jehovah God. Keep them in safe hands so that if it is according to you, Jehovah God, even next time we might meet. In Jesus' mighty name we pray with a lot of thanksgiving in our hearts. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Please be reminded the courses continue. We are grateful. Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Well, Isaac, there are some numbers posted. Now, do you have the numbers, sir?
Let me just copy them. I didn't. I'll send you them to Bakaluba so that he can add them.
Awesome.
All right. Okay. Fine.
Thank you so much. God bless you all. Bye bye. See you next week, Monday, Tuesday.
So. Sorry, 2 minutes after. Sorry?
You have copied so that we switch off, or you are going to switch
Yeah,
off?
yes, I've already copied them. Thank you so much.